You may have never heard of a town called Española in northern New Mexico. It is possible that our history is known to you and what you know is from news or preconceived ideas about us. What we know without a doubt is that you don't really know anything about us. Today we want to tell you our story. Today we want to express to you what it really means to being from here.
Española has a bad reputation oftentimes. Many people think that we're this hood city, that we're this city where people are always doing drugs. There's a bad rep on drugs around here. There's a bad rep about the people around here, that we all don't want to go anywhere, that our reputation is so bad that we come off like we're not good enough and that we're not going to become something. And oftentimes that reflects in the way the students feel, the way we feel as a whole in this valley. That's how I see it. They oftentimes degrade us so much, and we come off as such bad people, as people that aren't worth anything because of the problems that we've had before, but also we have a bunch of good people who want to make a difference, who want to see things change. But there's been a reputation that's plagued us for so long. Being from here means that there's a culture, there's a family, and there's faith in this valley. This valley was built on these values from forever ago, since we were established. And I know this from my own family, the ethics, the faith that we've had from our background in Christianity and Catholicism to where we're at now, and the different things that we've been able to become. I think that we're built on these ethics, we were built on family, we were built on community. For me, my future is more uncertain. I felt a calling to preach the gospel, to preach Jesus, and that's something that I've been called to personally, and I think that's what I'm going to pursue. I want the valley to change. So honestly, for the future, I don't know exactly what it'll hold, but I want there to be a difference in this valley by the time that I've lived my life.
From what I have seen, I feel as though they view people from Española as talentless, as people who are hopeless dreamers, because I don't feel like people have given the city an opportunity to see the positivity and the amount of art that flourishes from the community. I feel like Española is like a one-of-a-kind city, right? There's so much art and talent that is just packed away in this little box. And people come in and see that on a first-hand perspective, and they see the beauty of it, and they think, okay, well, there's gold here, there is something here. But I think that people from the outside should give an opportunity to the city of Española to actually see the wonder that is here. In my line of work and what I do, I have seen that I work with a lot of proud people, right? A lot of proud people who don't necessarily feel the need to say, look at me, this is what I do, this is how great I am, nothing like that. It's a reserved kind of community. It's a, well, come in and see it for yourself kind of thing. I feel that the community, they don't reach out as much as they should, honestly. I feel that they should speak more about themselves and tell the outside community, this is who we are, this is what we do, look at the art, look at the scenery, look at the beautiful valley itself. It makes me feel proud. It makes me feel proud because in all of the education that I've obtained, in all of the career, in all of this just amount of curiosity that I've obtained, right, to go out and venture out, I still have not found a place such as Española Valley. I've gone out, I've ventured out to pursue my education, my career. And all I kept thinking was, I need to bring this back to my people. I need to come back and bring this, to this area. I want to teach the kids of the generation to use their heuristics, to make an assumption or an idea based off of what they see and not what they think is there. That is my whole idea. The younger generation here needs to understand how amazing they are, how much potential they have, and how much they can strive. There's so much that they can do, and I just want to give them a new light for that.
I think we're viewed as a community that's almost less than, right? Like we're seen as perverse, And frankly, to put it very bluntly, we're seen as addicts. They see our substance abuse issues, and that's what they paint our entire community as. They never look at the schools we have, the great athletes that we had that come from here, the amazing stories, the amazing people, the culture, and the tight-knit community that we have. They only see the bad and the substance abuse issues. Being from Española means that I have faith. That I have faith in God, my family, my community, and the friendships that I have. I've had friends that are in different states right now that are still talking to me like we just hung out yesterday. I have teachers that are my best friends. I have people from the supermarket that all I know them is from the supermarket, but still it's, hey Hito, how you doing? How is this? How's that? And it's like, you could never experience that in a different community other than Española.
Well, there's two different views of the way people look at us from the Valley. You have some who think that we're nothing but homies who cruise a lowrider with family on heroin and poverty-stricken. But I know other people who view us from the Valley as the birthplace of Nuevo Mexicano culture, a place of pride and commitment, of people who will give anything they can, because I see both views where I am in the Roundhouse. Those who see us as a stereotype and those who see us as we truly are. It's home. Being from here means I'm connected to a group of people who care. I'm connected to culture. I'm connected to the environment. I'm connected to a group of people who love so much. Generations of Nuevo Mexicanos who are resilient and strong. I'm from a place that's not just home, but a place that I love as my child. And I don't have kids, but I think of the Española Valley as my child, and I raise it the best way I can, with as much love, encouragement, and support that I can give it, because we're going to continue moving forward, and I want to make sure that I love it so much that it's even left better than the way I found it when I was born here in 1976. It's a place where people care. It's the place where our indigenous ancestors have been for years, since the start of time. And when the Spanish came up the Rio Grande and combined with the natives to make Hispano culture in New Mexico, that's the beauty of it. It's the beauty of immigrants who have come in. A Spanish language that was dying because my parents were in trouble for speaking it in school. Immigrants are revitalizing a language that was dying in Española, la idioma de español. It's people collectively coming together to make up the beauty of the Valley. Lowriders that remind us we come from a place where we're brown, we're down, and we're low to the ground. Abuelas who are taking care of grandkids, who ensure that they remember how to make tamales. Mothers and fathers that are instilling work ethics in us. It's a beautiful place that I call home, and I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
Para mí, siendo de aquí, tengo 2 años y yo, con mi experiencia que tengo ahorita, es algo muy bonito. Cuando yo me uní al fútbol, todos mis amigos, es una comunidad muy bonita que se siente cuando estamos en una cena, un team dinner, como le diríamos en inglés. Cuando estamos comiendo, todo se siente muy bien, como toda la comunidad se reúne con nosotros. Y es algo que no se puede experimentar en todas partes. Depende de cómo lo mires tú. Lo que yo pienso, hay 2 partes. There's 2 sides, como lo diríamos en español, en inglés. La primera es, mucha gente nos mira como una parte histórica. Algunos vienen de diferentes partes, como Arizona. Yo vengo de Arizona. Yo vine aquí a conocer como histórico. Ya sea como la iglesia de Chimayo, es algo muy histórico, que lo de la tierra, la arena, que te puede ayudar si agarras un poquito. Es algo muy bonito que mucha gente quiere saber, conocer de Española. Y la otra es algo malo, que toda la gente casi que no es de Española, no conoce Española, piensa que somos puros, muchos drogadictos, muchos alcohólicos, que robamos mucho, que somos muy malas personas, hablamos muy mal. Por eso es que yo digo que son 2 partes y cada quien piensa diferente sobre Española, la verdad. Mi futuro es poder ir al colegio, estudiar ingeniero civil y poder agarrar una beca como pateador del fútbol americano y lo que Dios quiera en adelante.
So being born here, being raised here in the Española Valley, I went off out of town to college, and while I was there, I heard people talk negative about Española. They would say things like, if you're on your way to Taos, don't stop in Española, just keep driving through. I heard things like, there's nothing but a bunch of druggies that live there. And so I often found myself having to defend Española and the people of Española, knowing that there's beautiful people here, there's beautiful traditions here, and it was sad when I would go and hear some of these negative things that people had to say about Española, because it was just their perspective or what they heard or what they read about in the news or what they saw on TV, but they didn't really know the people that live here and really what it was like being from Española. I believe that being from here is dependent on the values that are passed on from generation to generation. So for me, my parents taught us the value of family and faith. My parents taught us the value of having a relationship with God. They taught us the importance of family, being united, helping one another, being there for each other. My parents also taught us the value of education. They taught us the value of hard work. And they taught us the value of helping to make a difference in our community. And so growing up, my brother, my sisters, and I, we learned those values from our parents. And even though there was that reputation of negativity here in Española, our parents taught us to go down a different path. And being from here, I had opportunities to go down a path that would lead to drug use or alcohol use. But with our faith in God and the support of our parents, I made a decision to go down a different path, to do well in school, to go to church, to have a relationship with God, and to make a positive difference in my community, however that was at that time. My future here is one of ultimately wanting to fulfill God's plan for my life. And to me, that means being a good husband, a good dad, a good grandpa now, but also making a positive difference in our community by helping others, whether it's through, as I am a volunteer at our church. I also have plans to run for public office, as I have before. And I want to do whatever I can to help change the image and the view of Española. I love the Española Valley. I love the people of the valley. I love the traditions, the culture, and I was born here, and God willing, when God calls me home, I will die here.
Es un orgullo, es un don, un privilegio, una bendición ser de Nuevo México. Es ser una persona atado a raíces profundas, no solamente hispanas, sino también indígenas, y un conocimiento que no solamente está conectado al lado europeo, ¿verdad?, sino también al lado indígena, que para mí es algo bonito, algo muy único, y eso significa mucho, ¿verdad? Ser una mezcla de esas dos realidades es algo profunda, algo bonito, algo que merece mucha reflexión. Futuro para mí es saber cómo dejar un legado, saber cómo dejar un espacio también para los jóvenes, para que no solamente vayan reconociendo esta importancia, esta esta querencia hacia la tierra, hacia el prójimo, por uno mismo, conocer a su identidad, dejar también unas tierras limpias, ¿verdad? Aguas limpias, para que van reconociendo la juventud y las generaciones que vienen, para que van reconociendo que de verdad pensábamos en ellos sin que ellos supieran. Y eso es, me da emoción, ¿verdad? Bastante importante para mí.
They think us as drug dealers, alcoholics, meth addicts, fentanyl addicts, thugs, criminals, just people that don't think we're good, that will stab them, just thugs at the end of the day. They really don't know how we really are. We have our own certain community where we have our certain foods we make. We try different foods. The people from here, the great community of people always coming together. The community services we have sometimes to pick up the trash, take care of Española, and just the great people around that people really never see. People only see the bad things that we have, not the good things. My future is to join the United States Army. I want to be a 31 Bravo, and that's a mechanic on cars, and succeed from there.
Well, being from the Española Valley, I believe that I am resilient, that we can face challenges head on, and that we can deal with criticism that is lobbied our way, because we have seen it, we have made it, and we have survived. And not only survived, but thrived, because people from Española, we're a different breed. We know all the things that are said about us, we know how people think about us, but despite it all, we do our best to prove them wrong, and we are doing our best to make sure that future generations don't have to go through those things. And we have seen some amazing things come from this valley, and I think that our future is bright.
It means a lot to me. I mean, to give back to the community, to give to the community some leadership and some guidance, something that was passed along to me from past generations. It means a lot. It means a lot to me to work with cadets. I teach the JROTC program here at Española, so it means a lot to me. We have a mission to motivate these kids to become better citizens throughout their community, the state, and throughout the country. And one thing that I've seen with these students is their willing and their desire to grow and to learn, to break some social and cultural norms that they've been around. I believe that they view Española as a community with a lot of pride and tradition, a lot of it surrounding family. The family element here in Española is huge. I believe that they love their sports, they love their schools. They definitely love the Hispanic cuisine, of course. But on the other side, I also hear some negative stuff about the community, or statistically, the perception of Española having a bad reputation for past drug statistics or whatnot. But I believe that norm that view is changing as we go. Our cadets, even in our program, they travel across the state and throughout the country, and they're quite impressed to see the quality of student or cadet that comes out of Española Valley High School. So I believe that perceptions are changing. I think the community is changing, and they're all getting on board with supporting our youth, and also supporting some future dreams of this community. It means a lot to be part of this school. It means a lot to me to actually be able to be in a position of authority to actually lead and guide our youth in northern New Mexico.
I love being from Española. I think it's an amazing town. I love participating in all of the different events that we hold, like walking to the Santuario and the fiestas and the light parade. All of those things really kind of highlight our community and how close we all are and supportive. Like when a sports team does good, the whole town kind of bands together and hosts different events for them and goes to all their games and support. a lot of the times all you hear about is the drug and alcohol use that comes out of here. Also, a lot of the times you hear about those who drop out of high school, don't go to college, all of these like different negative things that you hear a lot about, and that's kind of most of the times like the only thing that you hear about Española, which is kind of sad to me because I know that this is an amazing town with amazing people, and I think that because I'm from Española, I'm able to have a successful future.
Española. We are culture, we are hope, kindness, and resilience. We are youth and elders of faith and family of purpose. Now, imagine being from here.